they're taking care of that. And then I saw some news today, which I was actually kind of glad about, and it's just in the entertainment world. All right, I don't know if you guys have seen Picard, but in Picard news, Michael Dorn and LeVar Burton are going to be in the third and fourth season, which I say yay. For those that were fans of the obvious Next Generation, Picard on again Paramount Plus is a win. All right, I was a little slow at it on the first season, but it's one of my like things I'm watching weekly. And I know Jesse has his own favorites on Disney Plus, and I think Hulu and others. Jesse, what's going on over there?
Oh yes, I do have my favorites, which I'm excited to watch Moon Knight later today.
Oh, you're gonna watch that later today? Oh, I can't wait for you to tell me what that's like.
I well, I saw the first episode. I'm working on the second one. A lot of people didn't like the first one because it wasn't as fast, but it introduces the character kind of.
Okay.
So, like, he has a condition where it's like he thinks he walks in his sleep. Okay,
Yeah.
so he does all these precautions. Yeah, he doesn't actually walk in his sleep. He actually has multiple personalities.
Okay. Okay.
So when he falls asleep, another person is active. So it takes a little while to figure it out, but it's an interesting show. I'm waiting for I'll watch it later today. But good things. I mean, it's Marvel, so it can't be that bad, can it?
No. Speaking of Marvel, I'm so glad that like some are going next level with Daredevil. I'm glad Daredevil's coming back. We remember when Daredevil got kind of canceled, and then we're like, oh man, and then it made a debut in Spider-Man, which was awesome. I thought they did Spider-Man so well that they opened up so many like new adventures with people that you thought like you couldn't do it with, right? With the like multiverse edition. Doctor Strange coming out soon. I was looking at some of my comics yesterday, and I'm like, you know what? I have stories for some comics and for some like worlds. Why not? And we were talking about this kind of off camera, but if you're a creative person, and even if you're not, I'm going to tell you right now, I am not a creative person when it comes to being a writer. But when I think of a writer, and I usually ask people, whenever I meet them, I go, because sometimes you feel like people have stories in their head. Sometimes it's just a personal story or a personal journey. I've seen people go, even on our show, that type in social media, like, I have a story I want to tell, right? And sometimes it's a personal story where people go, they would never know it, right? They would never know the situation. But sometimes having a story in your head and getting it out on paper is one of the roughest things, right? And people are like, okay, they think basic and they go, okay, it has to be like specific, has to have good grammar, has to have, what you want to see in a film and or a book, right? Or a comic book or a series or whatever. But sometimes it's just getting your fingers to put down to paper written words is sometimes not the easiest thing to do. Now, it is a good thing to do, but don't let it stop you if for some reason you only go a little the way. The easiest way to get it out, and I remember seeing a author who came out like with a book like every few months, and he did a lot of self-help books. And this was about maybe 8 years ago I saw this, and I think he alluded to the fact that he kind of like speaks it out and then transcribes it, right? Now, some people have the ability, like my mom actually, to do what's called shorthand. And I did a film with her. I told her kind of the dialogue, and she wrote it down really quick. Now, very few people have that. So the second thing I would have done was Dragon Speaking. Dragon Speaking is a program which actually they went up in price, but basically you put a headset on, and everything you say, it's much like talk to text, but it's supposed to be very specific when you speak. But I'll say this: the best way to do it, even if you have a transcription service, because I noticed recently on Google Docs they have that. You can put voice and it'll do talk to text, by the way, is to record everything. So I use an app and it's very simple and I like it. It reminds me of, did you see the movie Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yes, of course. I own that movie several times over.
All right. So it's like a little tape deck, and I'm gonna put it right here. It's called let's see, and it's very simple. It's free. They have a paid version, and it transcribes the first 30 minutes if you want it. Okay. It's called Voice Recorder. Okay. So it's on my phone. It's kind of hard to see it, so I'm going to show you the voice recorder little link. Actually, you know, I'm going to bring up voice recorder on here because it's one of the apps I highly recommend, which will get you to at least try something. And you know what? Honestly, if you know if you were in a pinch, it's good just to record anybody anyway. I know you have voice memos on here you go. So here it is. You can see it right there. Okay, let me put it full screen so you guys can see it right here. But you can actually get this app. It's free, and it's called. Let me see. I think it's too close to that. And there you go. So voice recorder and audio editor. Okay, it's really reliable. Okay, and then this screenshot is kind of what you see. So it's the old style of like recording. You hit the record button. You have the stop. It's very simple. It's very intuitive. And this little thing acts like a little tape, and it just goes round, 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 right? And then it saves them in files. Now the cool thing that I like about this is the files that it saves. It keeps on your phone, right? It's kind of hard to see there. Sorry about that. It's the brightness there. But you could have it transcribed for you. Okay, so that's the easiest way. And then you could upload it to series like Dropbox, Google Drive, iCloud Drive. But during this, you can do this, and I think it says here during any call, tap record button, and that's the one where you actually evidently you pay for it, I believe. I think that's a feature because sometimes it tells me you can't record, but I think I got the paid version, and the paid version is very like inexpensive. It's a monthly little like small charge. It's a very small charge, but you could download it for free, unlimited recordings. Okay, so it's got a 4.7 rating out of that. All right, and I think everybody kind of wants to record something at some part of the day, right? Depending on who you're in front of, you know, you want to record something that they say in front of you and like keep things on the up and up. I've even told people, hey, I'm recording you because I think you got an idea in your heads. Because one of the stories I've already written and kind of still editing is called. Well, it's still a work in progress, but it's about a caterpillar who becomes a butterfly. But once somebody kind of says it, I met with actually two people. One of them had a story that just popped out of their head, and I said, okay, well, I'm going to record what you say for yourself, really. And then the other one didn't know I was going to record, but then she had a story about a dog that she's like, I've always wanted to write this story about Sunny the dog. And I was like, well, you should do it. And so as Jesse and I were talking, you know, if you have a story in your head, it could be a self-development story. It could be a story of your own life. But just talk it out. You know, talk it out like kind of like speaking to somebody, you know, but like how would you want to hear it? And just have your words kind of there. Then you get it into file mode. You save it as an MP4. It creates an MP4 for you, or an MP3. You could do an MP3. But the reason I like MP4 is it creates a little video with just that little tape deck around it, okay? And then it's an easy upload to YouTube. So if you have a YouTube account, I know many of you do. If you don't, just get one. Put it in private mode, upload it like a regular video you would from your phone, Android and or iPhone, and then let YouTube do the work because they have a transcribing thing called subtitles. You go into your settings in YouTube, you go to the video, you get to your subtitles part of it. It takes like about an hour, hour and a half for it to kind of populate, especially if it's like, you know, some of mine are like an hour, hour and a half recordings. And the transcription is right there for you. Now, it's not 100% perfect, but you can edit it along the way, along with the voice. So the reason I like that is it's just when you're in the moment, sometimes you don't want to stop with like, especially if you're doing dialogue or you're doing like, you know, he says this, she says that. Even if you don't do that, you kind of do like a play in your head, how you see it or how you feel it or how you sense it. You know what I mean? It's different for everybody, how you get it. But you could do a book a day this way if you're like, you know, let me just get out and see what's in my head. Just speak it out. Speak it all the way through. And then just see where you go with it. And then don't worry about the details because the details will work themselves out later once you've written it. All right. I do not like to be stuck. And I think more writers, even if they kind of get stuck, even if you just kind of talk it out to yourself and you're just in an area, I do mine where I talk it out to someone. But for some people, that doesn't work. You know, you want to be in your room, like, all right, and just let your imagination just kind of go with it. And then just record. At least you have it for yourself. And then, like I say, just download the transcription. Okay, it's all in written form. And then you copy that. I usually copy it to Notepad. But if you forget to save, then you just copy it over to a Word document on Google, which I have Gmail, and they have Google Docs, and then you cut and copy and paste into that, save it forever, send it to yourself in written form, and then edit it. And then get to that point where at least you could see it in front of you. And then who knows, by the end of the day, you may have a book already kind of written in that way. And it's a quick fix, it's a quick, fast way to do it. They don't really teach that in school, but I feel that they should, because I feel a lot of you have stories in your head. Let them out, because sometimes you just never know when, there's a good story ready to be written by you, right? Okay, look at our chat room. Our chat room, Rosalie says, mine is a horror story. It's an autobiography. Hey, you know what? You could adapt it. Nobody needs to know, right, Jesse?
Yeah, just like at the end of the book, it's all like, this is all based on a true story.
Take your story and then put in a character and then, adapt it. You can do that for a lot of people. I used to tell people this on the side, and I used to just think it, to be honest, but take your family members, right? Take, like, I don't know, your grandpa or your grandma, and say, hey, how did you two meet? You know what I mean? And then just say, hey, do you mind? And just, no. Once they don't, because sometimes people get weird about your recording, and just be like, oh, I don't want to forget anything. And then, or maybe it's like for a class project, whatever, you could say that. And then just have them talk about, how they met. And boom, you have Romantic Story 101, the notebook. You know what I mean? And then you just need the next step, which is, even if you think you're not a good writer, you don't know how to do this, then you say, all right, I want to co-write it with somebody that is really good at this. And then they fine-tune it. There's a lot of writers that are bona fide writers that will look at the transcript. They just need something to look at, or the written, portion of it, and then they can help you along the way get it next level. All right. So I'm working on an action film as well. I got to get that one out. But right now I've got a sci-fi, and I've got two children's. Actually, no, three children's books now. But no, I got two children's books written all the way through. I think I'm working on the third one. But my point is this. Oh, no, I have three. I forgot about that. I just did it yesterday. So whatever that pops out, just you commit it to that way, and you'll have it for fun, all right? Let's see. Stephanie Reed says, hello, happy editing this glorious sunshine. Awesome this busy day ahead for today. Awesome, Stephanie. Let's see. Ted, he says, happy hump day, guys. Awesome. And then, of course, Rosie says, good morning, happy Wednesday, beautiful people. All right. So lots of news items. I hope we could kind of inspire you in that way. I will say this. If you are looking for something good, we wanted to have this on the show the other day, but we didn't get to because they were 100% taken up, because it's kind of a big thing. A lot of people are preparing for, of course, Easter, right? And of course, with Easter, you got ham and you got other things. What can you get that will be awesome for everybody? Well, I'm glad you. The thing that you could get, which I think I should still share it, I'm not going to take anything away from them, but is this honeybaked.com. And I will tell you, I remember at one point I was doing recruiting for employment, and we put a lot of people seasonally for this company, Honey Baked. But they're online, and you can order right there, and they can actually ship out to you, as you can see here. No need to wait. Let Honey Baked take care of your needs, from brunch to dinner to everything in between. Place your pickup or shipping order today. Now, I will say this. Get it before it's sold out. Because it's one of those things that a lot of people, they just, they go to the dinner and they go, wow, Ma, how did you make such a great ham? Oh, I slaved for it. Yeah, no, they didn't. They went to Honey Baked Ham. And it's one of those things where they wait in line forever. So they have a lot of people. But they got Honey Baked Turkey, Honey Baked Ham. Have you ever had some good Honey Baked awesomeness in your
I love the Honey Bake Store. Oh my God, they make so many amazing things. But yes, you are correct. That line is crazy and it's out the roof. It's best to like reserve it ahead of time.
Yeah.
This way you can all you have to do is just pick it up. It's already paid for. But oh my God, the ham is just amazing.
It is amazing. They give you some recipes there as well, so you can check out a Honey Baked Ham savory brunch bake. Prep 10 minutes, cook 80 minutes, serve 6 people. All the ingredients that you need, preparation, and everything is all on the site. Again, Honey Baked Ham. Okay, you can find your store, your local store. But like I say, get it while you can, because it's one of those things where it's just a little like you go, oh, why did I wait? So don't be the person that waits. Everybody that does it, usually do it seasonally every year for the family because it's always a winner. That's number one. Number two, there's this, savealot.com. Okay, here's another site which I want to show you guys here. And this is a site. Some people want this. Some people just say, "Oh, all right, what do I get from this?" You can win free groceries for a year. Yeah, the sweepstakes ends. Let's see, April 17th. You can enter now, and I wanted to give you guys this because some of you take advantage of this, and who knows, you might be able to win because prices are up the roof. So fill your basket, win free groceries for a year. Yeah. Savealot.com. You can enter for your sweepstakes. All the information there. Like a lot. That's how the thing is. So I'm going to click here on weekly ad, and it says find your hometown spot. Okay, so I guess they link up with other places, so you can actually find your area there and then save on what you crave. All right, so they've got the LA, so you type that in on the map. I'm going to type it in for us. Or actually, let me type it in for, let's see, my zip code. All right, so let's see if they have one and pops up. Let's see. It looks like it's bummer. It looks like there's not a location within 50 miles. Oh, man. Well, then where is the location? I don't know. But enter to win anyway, and then you can win and then see if they deliver in your area. But there you go. So it's a possibility. It could be in your area. Savealot.com. That's where it's at. But you can enter for, free groceries. Let's see. Store Finder. Where is the Store Finder? I'm like, why am I suggesting if I can't find it near me? But maybe that's why we didn't get to schedule them. But anyway, these are the places that you could go, and you can. Have you seen the prices of stuff? Just they're crazy.
The price of what? Everything? Everything has gone up.
Groceries, just food.
Yes, I have noticed everything going up in price, especially food. So, pretty soon I'll be eating pigeons. I'll be hunting down the street like that's mine.
Poor pigeon. I'm not gonna look at pigeon the same. I'll be like, is this game 10? No, this is pigeon. I can't afford game 10. Oh,
it's called swap. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's all right. All right, people. We're gonna take a quick little break. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We'll be right back with more. Shout out to Garcia tuning in, and Renee Antonio and Mark Blevins, Emily Lucia. We'll be right back right after these messages.
Your health truly is the greatest gift. At Youtheory, quality of life is at the heart of every product we make. From farm to shelf, we travel the world to source the purest, most efficacious, and clinically studied ingredients to create science-backed supplements that support beauty, emotional, digestive, and physical well-being. All Youtheory products are manufactured at our Southern California facility, ensuring the highest quality standards every step of the way. As a family-owned company, we celebrate the power of human potential with a mission to inspire wellness in all. Try Youtheory Immune Plus Daily Wellness. 100% daily values of vitamin C, D3, and zinc. Go beyond the you of today and catch the you of tomorrow. Youtheory.
Together We Are Strong is a product brand which stands for unity, equality, and protecting voting rights. Shop now at TogetherWeAreStrong.com for t-shirts, hats, and coffee mugs. All voting rights profits are donated to Rock the Vote, an organization on a mission to empowering young voters. Become an activist without saying a word. TogetherWeAreStrong.com. Make a difference in America and the world. Shop online at TogetherWeAreStrong.com. Give the gift that helps drive change. Go visit TogetherWeAreStrong.com.
Tried shipping a package lately? It's amazing how difficult and time-consuming it can be. Packing envelopes, boxes, second-day ground, next-day air, it's all enough to give you a headache. Next time, do yourself a favor, go with the pros at the UPS store in Beaumont. They'll pack it right and let you know all your shipping options. You can also take care of everyday tasks like copies, services, and live scan fingerprinting. And while you're there, Pay your Edison, gas company, and Verizon bills. Open extended hours Monday through Saturday. The UPS store in Beaumont, located in the Oak Valley Plaza at 1440. Call 951-769-5956. That's 951-769-5956. Online at the upsstorelocal.com/5027 or Google 5027.
Are you paying rent because you think you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you renting because you don't believe that you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? The Siegel lending team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel lending team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com, license under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
That's right. It is the morning show here on ABC News Radio KMET 1490 AM. We are happy to have you here. I will say this, Jesse. I am not happy about seeing this. I know you were talking about Morbius and not getting good reviews. I don't know why, but it's now at 60% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm not going to lie. I actually trust Rotten Tomatoes. Any movie I've seen under 50, I go, what were they thinking? I'm a little upset by that, Jesse. I'm not going to lie.
I see. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'll watch low-rated Rotten Tomato scores because I really don't care about it too much. But when the sheer number of comments are coming in, like, oh, dang, I don't know if I should waste my money on that one.
Yeah, I'm a little upset by that. I'm not gonna lie, because I've tested the waters. I used to test the waters with Yahoo. Had this rating service, and some have a rating service again. Whenever it's the public that kind of like weigh in on it, I go, all right, I understand that. But ones that are kind of like skewed, like the ones I don't understand are the ones where the movie's not out and they're already like rated either really high or really low. I'm like, all right, who's the faker, right? Who's the bot? Who's the one writing for a service? You know what I mean? That's just putting a lot of good reviews that aren't real. But when you see like a user-generated one and they're all real, you're like, oh man, I really wanted to see that. So I don't know. I mean, I remember Suicide Squad when it first came out had kind of a low rating as well. But then I saw it on video and I was like, I'm fine with it. So sometimes the expectation for a film at the theater might be bad, but sometimes when you just don't expect anything at all and you just watch it for what it is, you go, all right, I see where it's not 100% a winner. But sometimes it's just a fun ride. I guess maybe it's not a fun ride. I still want to see it. I don't know what's wrong with me, I guess. And then I'll be like, yep, they were right. I don't know, but I still want to see it. Or maybe I just want to see where the possibility is. Maybe they wrote it weird or they edited it weird, right? I remember Justice League kind of had that, didn't they? And then they had like the extended version. And that was better, right, Jesse?
Yeah, we don't talk about the Justice League. I'm willing to watch Morbius. I don't think anything can be as bad as the Green Lantern movie. But yeah, no, I'm willing to give it a chance.
Even with that, Jesse, you know what it was about Green Lantern movie, I feel? Because I watched it recently. Because I was in a mode of like, let me just see. Because I already saw it before, right? I did see it. It was the graphics, man. The graphics, because I think the way they took it and some of the melodrama of it, like, if like somebody else took the helm, they could do Green Lantern really good. But they went all graphic on his suit, and they should have done a better. You know what I mean? It was a suit that really ruined it for people because it looked too unreal, right?
It was too much CGI for the suit.
There you go. There you go. Too much CGI. That's a better way to put it. Now I will say this. All right. If you if you haven't seen Halo, watch Halo. Okay, number 1. Watch it, okay? You gotta watch it, Jesse. Just download the app, Paramount. You'll thank me later. But the suit that's on, like you're like, okay, is that a real suit? And then they do a lot of CGI. Now you take those graphics, people, for a TV program, right? Series, episode, not film, right? And then you put that and apply it to the new Green Lantern franchise. I think technically they have a story in there. But it was just a suit that ruined it. And then some of the cheesy lines that, Ryan Reynolds kind of used. But I think if they would have done more with, like, the team of outer space Green Lanterns unless the guy that they chose to be the bad guy, if they rewrote that and they actually did it with pretty good graphics now, I think they have something in it, you know, because there's a whole world of Green Lanterns, outer space, and then you could bring those guys into the Justice League at some point, but you should do like a spin-off of that moment. Just say, let's forget the first one happened. Let's bring back, somebody good, because Ryan Reynolds is one of like other Earthlings that are chosen. You know what I mean? So you could have another one, and then maybe have him do a cameo since he's kind of the Deadpool character right now, right? So, I mean, he's went from DC to Marvel very quick, right? So, and now to Disney, right? Thing. So I think there's a way to do it, but they just, I mean, look, Ghostbusters did it right finally, right? Who didn't love Ghostbusters when it came out? You saw Ghostbusters Afterlife, right?
Oh yes, I've seen it around 3 or 4 times already so far.
Yeah, see, and they did it bad, I felt, with the lates, because they went all comedy. I'm like, Ghostbusters wasn't all comedy. It was kind of it's not slapstick, you know what I mean? But the way they did it with the kids and all that, I think they tied it in right. They did a nod to the original crew, and then they brought the crew back, in the right way. They didn't make, Bill Murray a slapstick guy. I just felt the other one just was like, can we just say it didn't happen? I know people liked it because they're like, yay, all-girl cast. And again, I have no problem with an all-girl cast. Just have it kind of nod to the original. And you know what I mean? Stranger Things is another one I want to see. There's just certain things that I think about that. Let's see. Mark says, too much CGI for the suit. # Green Lantern. I just think Green Lantern needs a resurgence because it's a whole universe of characters, right? And I think if you brought them to, I don't know, like something was to destroy the Earth, and then I don't know how to put it just yet, but if something was to destroy the Earth, they would be the first ones to save it, right? And then you have a host of other characters, right? I mean, think of, Green Lantern is one of the Justice League members. I mean, technically, I would do film. I wouldn't do series episode because it's just too much, They just they need to not do the CGI suit the way they did it.
That is true. I got a better idea for a future DC movie.
Yeah.
And it doesn't require any of those characters. Lobo. Boom. That's all we need.
Well, did you see, and it's coming to the CW app, by the way.
Yes. I saw, what was it, Krypton?
Krypton. Good show.
Yeah.
Good show.
I saw the live action version of Lobo, and I liked him.
Yeah, he's a fun guy, right? My mom didn't get him. I had she was like, God, he's so. But I'm like, it's all right, Bob. You don't need to get it. But he was a fun character, and that was a fun moment. It was a little graphic. But I know for horror fans that like that sort of thing, Lobo was just the right amount of that, right, Jesse? Because you're like, I like him, but he regenerates, right? He regenerates. I didn't know Lobo regenerated, by the way.
Yeah, he regenerates, so he is not afraid of getting stuff cut off, except for certain parts.
Like Deadpool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he regenerates. I think there was a comic where I think it was him or somebody else where one of the reasons why he is immortal is because heaven and hell won't take him.
Okay, that makes sense. He's the biker space guy, right? Yeah, Lobo. Yeah, the series generator. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick little break. We got more right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Shame, guilt, and martyrdom play a part in holding ourselves back from self-love, self-confidence, self-empowerment? Ambika Waters is back. With over 3 million books sold, she offers her 28th, Releasing Shame, Guilt, and Martyrdom. Her body of work includes training programs held in Europe and North America. She connects her participants to the realms of angels, the importance of chakras, the healing power of color and sound. Ambika Waters, the journey that she has been on, the renowned teacher, artist, and healer, has brought a lifetime of experience to her newest book, Releasing Shame, Guilt, and Martyrdom. How to reframe the past, release your future. The guide to expanding our capacity for unlimited goodness. AmbikaWaters.com, Amazon.com. Love, love, love.
Your Pharmacy and Mobility Solutions is now Beaumont Pharmacy with a new location at the Sundance Corporate Center. That's at the corner of Highland Springs and 8th in Suite 110. Of course, they still have Pack Your Meds. No more counting out the pills, dropping them on the floor. Oh, what a mess. And they have a full selection of pharmaceutical CBD. Wheelchairs, over-the-counter meds, you name it, they've got it. So if you're looking for the best and you want the best pharmacy, you go to Beaumont Pharmacy at their new location, 835 North Highland Springs, Beaumont Avenue in Beaumont, California, Suite 110. Give them a call, 951-845-8252.
Hi everyone, Dave Levine here. The Dave Levine Show is back on the air, 10 to 11 a.m. Wednesday mornings on KMET 1490. Join me for an hour of Law & Order stories and commentary. Law & Order is now the #1 issue for Californians. If you miss it live, you can hear or watch it 24/7 on either SoundCloud or live stream. See you then. Thank you. Can't you see just a few seconds?
AJ here from Living the Good Life Show. We're thrilled to hold our newest event May 14th through the 16th at Avondale Golf Club in Palm Desert. The inaugural Desert Classic, sponsored by Gary Williams Real Estate, is a 3-day weekend of unlimited golf, great food and entertainment, and a Monday celebrity tournament to benefit our military and their families. There's really no better way to support our troops. Sign up today. Visit ltglshow.com for details. That's ltglshow.com.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. Our movie group of the day. We should have movie group stuff, Jesse. What do you think? Like, we could be like the meetup group of certain shows and or drive-ins. Like, we should do that. You know how Oprah has her book club? We should have the movie club of the week. What do you think, Jesse?
Oh, I'm up for it. I mean, I'm always down to watch new movies, interesting movies. I don't just watch horror and sci-fi. I watch it all. So
we be that, Jesse. I think
I'm willing to sit through those horror movies for you guys.
I think we should be that. I think we should be the movie club of the week. Rosalie Huerta says, saw Lost City last night. It was cute and funny. Again, she's talking about with Sandra Bullock and, of course, the fun crew with Brad Pitt and all of her fun friends, Channing Tatum, and obviously his abs, and who doesn't love a little bit of that with the ladies, right? You can take your lady to be and see it. You know, I'm still a Sandra Bullock fan, so anything Sandra Bullock, I'm 100% with. Which, if you haven't seen some of her latest films on Netflix, you really should. They have a few of them, including Premonition. I love that film in a way that it's like, okay, what happens when you have a premonition? Do you do the right thing, especially when you feel that your guy is cheating on you and he's the one you need to save, right? So you haven't seen Premonition? It's on Netflix.
Premonition. That's the one with Sandra Bullock, Dylan McDermott.
Is that his name? The one who played in Fantastic Four Doom?
No. Okay, I got the different movie. I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you might get the name right. I don't know. I don't know his name.
No, I don't think so. I don't think I've seen this movie then.
Yeah, Premonition. And I think it was on Discovery, one of those. And they would kind of like, they don't have the same authority as an officer, so they have to go with an officer to like arrest them. You know what I mean? And then they save the animal, right, from abuse. But they kind of investigate abuse calls and or things, right? And I love the show because there's one girl, she has a ponytail, she's blonde, and she's like so like, if I could just be a cop and beat them down. So the fact that this happened, and again, she doesn't, by the way, she just turns them in. But sometimes it says like the update, like 6 months later, they're out of jail, and I'm like, they need at least a good 8 months, right? Because those are the type of people to hurt other people, right? Some say that the unidentified man was torturing the dog by kicking and dragging it near Sunset Boulevard and the 101 freeway. Wow. That's when the onlookers chased the man down to give him a beating, according to witnesses.
Did you watch the video?
I haven't. I'm afraid to bring it up. I don't know how graphic it is, but...
So I'm watching the video, and the witness, okay, the woman, I stopped for a moment. I looked at her. I'm like, that can't be. It's an actress.
Yeah, it is an actress. Jenna Malone.
Yeah, so I'm
who's
just like...
been Antebellum and the Neon Demon.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like, that I was at first I was just like, wow, that woman looks like Jenna Malone, and then I read the article. I was like, oh, it is Jenna Malone. Okay, that's cool. It makes it even better.
Yeah. Well, I think if anything, they did a citizen's arrest, right? Oh, well, I'm looking at it now. I'm looking at it on New York Post. All right. Well, how do I put this? I don't know. Oh, the dog is so cute. Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, okay. I'm looking at the video. Go ahead and show it. All right. It's from one of our competitors, but what I don't care. Don't flip me, all right? Don't be like, oh, you're showing a competitor's video. Although we might get flagged just by them saying they don't like it. All right, I'll show you guys. All right, here we go. What he's talking about, and for those of you on the radio, go follow us on social media. That way you don't like imagine it. But how would you describe it, Jesse? Like, I think the best way to describe it is some video of them being on mission. You kind of wonder this guy, and there's like three guys just going at this guy, including one with a what will I call it? One of those like construction type outfits, right? They're beating the guy, and then they show a video at least of the cops taking away the guy, and then onlooker. But I guess if you just kind of did a situation, you wouldn't know what was up, right? You'd be like, oh great, people are beating down a person. But when they show the dog, he's so cute. I was just like, I can't believe I saw this. And yeah, accounting to what you saw, yeah, you get the understanding of it. It's like, you know what? You stay there. I mean, they went a couple of those too much to this guy. He's like, dude, why did they get me, man? I don't get it. Why did they get it? I don't know if there must have been a news crew in the area as well, because they're very on the scene. And this got taken away for using a dog. I don't know if he's gonna get like people to be like, hey, I got beat up though. I really don't know where this is going. I'm not gonna lie, but I will say this. You know what? It kind of brings to the mind, if anything. How do I say this? It's something we all want to do, right? But I don't know that it's the right thing. I mean, if anything, it'd be like, dude, it's a citizen's arrest. I think that's the only way you could get away with this one. But when you lay hands on someone, technically, you're in the wrong. But the little dog is kind of like, at least they came to the aid of the dog. So I don't know how I feel on this, because I don't want to be like, hey, people beat up everybody we see. You get yourself too. But I think the case is hilarious because he's like, dude, what just happened, man? You know, and I'm just like, do you understand the little dog that you were beating up? Like, that's so wrong. So I don't know that I would have gone to the level of people, because I know, like, right turn me, I probably sued from this, even though I think it's kind of like, you know, when you save animals, you save dogs, you gotta know if the law is gonna break the window to save the dog, and then the owner like sued you. You're like, dude, I was just doing the right thing, right? I'll bring this up, but this is the guy's look again, and I think his look really says, at the end of the day, sometimes like a whole, like, did you not understand what you were doing? Like, it makes no sense. Even if you said the dog was like not paying attention to you, it makes no sense. And I just feel, Jesse, this is kind of the look of many that go, huh? He's just a dog. Like, dude, what did you think they were gonna do? Like, that face right there just kind of says it all. But the little dog that they saved, I mean, how can you like the little dog needed a little family? He's so cute. I mean, he's just adorable. How could you do this to somebody? So I say you got what you deserve. I guess I just say, you know, do it responsibly, because you never know what's going to happen next. But look at this little dog that they saved. Yeah, you better believe it. They're like, you're not going to do this bad to this little dog. I don't think so. So I hope this dog gets adopted. I don't know what's going on with dog owners lately, but they're kind of they're getting dumb, Jesse.
Oh, they really are. A lot of them are just absolutely stupid and should not own animals in general. Just like the couple that got rid of their pet because they thought it was gay.
Yeah, exactly.
Ever. So there are people that should not own animals, and if you have to take your anger out on a pet or any kind of animal,
Yeah.
you're automatically wrong.
Yeah.
Like, they cannot talk, and they can't say no, I'm sorry, or any of these things. All they can do is love you and just take your abuse.
Yeah, and so I feel
Instead.
if anything, at least the suspect was arrested by LAPD. It's good news. The police now arrest the onlookers to protect the man, B dog, which was rescued by Animal Patrol. The owner of the dog was the man's mother. Oh wow! And she said the dog suffered a broken leg, but was going to be okay. Oh wow, wow! That's his mom's dog. Oh, and suffered a leg. Yeah, he needs to get prison time. He needs to get prison time because anybody that goes to that type of anger is going to do problems with people eventually. Anyway, even if he looks kind of innocent, like, huh? I don't know why they're beating me down. I guess he probably had. Like, he has that face like, huh? I'm the victim, man. What are you talking about? What? Like, no, man. I guarantee you have priors. So at least they got it all on camera, and at least the right people kind of, join in. It is interesting to see, because I haven't seen, what is the actress on now? Because she's been on a lot of movies. Gina Malone, right? I know she's on Antebellum. I haven't seen that. And The Neon Demon. But she's in movies that I remember I just was like a huge fan of back in the day. Oh, Stepmom. She was in Stepmom. The Hunger Games, Pride and Prejudice. Oh, yeah.
So you've never seen Antebellum?
No, I haven't. Mm-mm.
I actually saw that movie a couple months ago. That movie is horrifying. And there's a giant twist, but I don't want to spoil it. But I think it's worth a watch.
All right. Yeah. I think the fact that she saw it go down kind of adds at least I don't know if people knew it was her, but I you know what? Look, dude, you deserve what you got. Boom. That's how it rolls up in the hood, You do not mess with the people of LA, man. They get tough out there. It's kind of like when there's a shooting or something, you're like, or like, I think I've seen a couple where they get into I remember this video footage, and I kid you not, I was like, whoa, the guy took a gun out, I think, at a bunch of patrons of a church, and he got charged by one of the deacons, I believe, or one of the pastors, I don't know, from behind, and they went at him, and I'm like, you know what, see, there you go, you got to protect each other. So I would put this under that. Anybody that protects that little dog is good for it, and I think they got more coming along the way. Let's see. Algedia says, oh, adorable. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. You can't look, at least they have footage and they have proof that this guy was abusing the dog, right? I think if anything, that's what I'm all right about. So, yeah, good job, people. Good job. Jesse, what else is going on in the world? You got that face of concern.
No. I was, I Googled something. I was like, I want to Google, what would just regular people helping somebody or something like that, and this article came up from the New York Post.
Yeah.
So I'll probably have to look into it more. It was in March 23rd. Walmart shoppers tackle man who allegedly tries to rape woman.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I'm looking at the video now, and this is how I want people to react when such as this to happen, and to help someone that's in need. So there's apparently this guy tried to molest and rape this woman in a freaking Walmart, but luckily these three men just dropped everything and rushed to save her. But the fact that it happened is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, this happened in Florida, and you're 100% correct on this, Jesse. Evidently, it took place on a Sunday where he approached her from behind. She's 28. Her name is Brendan Harvey of Miami Gardens. I'm sorry. That's the guy. Not her. Pulled up her dress, grabbed her private parts, and ripped off her underwear after he shoved her to the floor. That's according to police. Other shoppers rushed to the woman's aid after she began screaming. Cell phone video posted shows the Good Samaritans pulling the alleged would-be rapist off the woman and holding him down until cops arrived. Yeah, that's considered a citizen's arrest. And people have the ability to do that. But again, I say, before you get this in your head, make sure you are grouped up with other guys, right? Because you never know when a guy has a knife or a gun on them, and you don't know what next. But at least they kind of, went with what they needed to. But sometimes these things can get a little out of hand here in LA. So I will say, be responsible. Get them on video as much as possible. Thankfully, this was a store. It looks like a Walmart-ish store.
Yeah, it was a Walmart store. But the fact that he was doing it in open, like, public space, not in a corner, is disgusting. Like he didn't even bother to, like, take her in a corner and just, like, he did it in public. I mean, I wouldn't want any of this to happen, but I'm glad that these men stood up and jumped into action to help her. That's how I want everyone to be. Like, if you see someone getting injured or something like that, rush, help them. But apparently, no. We like to break out our cell phones and videotape everything.
Yeah, well, I'm glad they did it. Oh, these are big guys. Oh, man, these guys. But they're saving the girl. Okay, good. This is a community effort situation. This is what I say. Good job. And the guy is actually a fit man, but these men are really trying to tussle him down. Like, they're not letting him go. Wow, good job. Good job. And then people have their phones out, just taking it. He was arrested and is behind bars. And you can find this video, by the way. I'll go in and retweet this on my profile on Twitter. I'm looking at it on Twitter. This was an attempted rape at Walmart, and they say only in Dade County, right? But you'll see somebody with their phone probably put it on. I don't know what made them put it on all of a sudden, but it has 101,000 views as 3 men came to her rescue and apprehended the man. And they really did. And then another lady's calming down the woman for, like, the shock of it. I mean, people are getting crazy, Jesse. So I will say this. Okay, this is doing the right thing. Thankfully, this guy didn't have a knife. Nobody was hurt from further. And at least they have, like, evidence for the authorities when the authorities get there, right? But this is community getting help for each other, not letting these things happen. So I just retweeted it to my account. If you want to follow me, just follow me. You could find me at Aaron M. Sanchez. That's my profile. All of our videos and all of our live streamings there. So just find me and you can check out the video and then you can comment on it. But I know some of you already do follow me, so do that. But yeah, Jesse, this is one of those things where I like to at least say, look, let's back each other up, let's do the right thing, and let's get each other moving forward because we need protection out here, man.
Right? It seems like it. Honestly, I'm going to start walking around with some zip ties just in case something like this happens. To be like, hey, I got it. Zip. And then just really can't use their hands.
Because the guy's tough, but the guys that were on him are tougher. You know what I mean? I'm like, thank God the guys are big. They're like, you're not going anywhere. I was like, dang, that security guard 101. So I hope the lady got the help she needed. Again, is all right down the line. I don't know what else going on about her. Detective Alvaro said it wasn't somewhere isolated. He didn't care. It was in the wide open. He was charged with sexual battery and taken to the Turner Guilford Night Correctional Center. The detective said because he was so brazen, investigators feel perhaps he may have done this before. There may be more victims. So, yeah, that's the case. And the guy's young, man, but he doesn't look like that kind of guy, but he is that guy. So at least they caught him. The safety of our associates and customers is among our top priorities, is what Walmart said. We're very disturbed to see like this happening to a customer, and are grateful that the assailant was captured and detained until police arrived. So, yeah, look, he's a tough guy. And I will say this. This guy is not the kind of guy you see coming. Kind of like the other guy. You would see, but you would kind of be like, no, this guy is innocent. No, not innocent, people. This is the type of thing where you don't see it coming. So I'm going to just flash up his picture along with the other guy. We gotta go, people. I'm out of time, unfortunately. I'm sorry, but whatever you do, remember, look out for your six, be aware of it for each other, and remember, sometimes you just have to do the right thing, even if it feels odd. But do it with people, okay? Don't do it alone, because you never know when something's going to happen. Or pull out your video camera and at least get it on something so somebody has something about it. But that's the guy who did it. He's behind bars, thank God, and I'm glad that they caught the guy. So there you go. Do it and do it right. All right, people, we got to go. See you later. Bye-bye, everyone.